Ever catch yourself wondering what's going on in your dog's head? Like, what are they really trying to tell us?
I know what you mean.
Today, we are doing a deep dive into canine communication. Specifically, we're going to be looking at how to understand and then, importantly, address any potential for aggression.
Sounds fascinating.
We found this online conversation, someone talking about their dog, and it got us thinking,
Okay.
how much do we really get what our dogs are saying?
Interesting.
So this owner was talking about their, and I quote, poor misunderstood, and this part wolf, part Malamute puppy.
Right.
And it just, well, it got me thinking, you know,
Yeah. We do tend to project our own interpretations, human emotions onto our dogs.
Yeah.
But if we want to really get what they're saying, we've got to look past those assumptions.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with breeds like Malamutes, right? They've got that reputation for being, well, a bit more intense.
Oh, absolutely. Malamutes, they're often even mistaken for wolf hybrids, which adds a whole other layer.
Yeah.
And they were originally bred for pulling sleds.
Right.
So they've got that strong prey drive.
Yeah.
And they can be independent. And those instincts, if an owner's not really understanding dog body language, it can be easily misinterpreted as aggression.
And speaking of misinterpretations, this owner actually went on to say that their precious pup would very, very few, okay, are you ready for this, kill first and act contrite after?
Wow.
I know, a little dark humor maybe, but it does make you think about missing those warning signs.
It really does.
Yeah.
I mean, while that comment was more than likely, hopefully, said in jest, it really highlights something crucial about being a responsible dog owner.
Yeah.
It goes beyond just loving your dog, right? It's about understanding the needs of their particular breed,
Right.
making sure they're properly socialized, and committing to ongoing training, especially if you're seeing any red flags. Because if you don't recognize and address potential for aggression, well, it can have some really, really bad consequences.
Absolutely. So how do we get better at speaking dog, so to speak? What are some of those subtle cues that we might be missing?
Okay, well, one really common misconception is that a wagging tail equals a happy dog.
Yeah.
Always.
Totally, yeah.
But the truth is, a stiff, high wag, especially when it's paired with hard stares or a tense body, it can actually be a sign of, whoa, potential aggression.
Oh, wow. See, I would have gotten that totally wrong.
Right. And while we usually think of growling as like aggression, it's actually just a way for dogs to communicate they're uncomfortable.
Right?
Setting boundaries. It's important to pay attention to those early warning signs. Give your dog space if you're seeing them.
So instead of just saying be responsible, which is, important, but what are some practical things our listeners can do like right now to really build a better understanding with their dog?
It all starts with, well, paying attention, observing. Spend time just watching how your dog interacts with other dogs, with people.
Yeah.
Do they stiffen up in certain situations? Do they avoid eye contact?
Right.
Understanding their baseline behavior. That's going to help you recognize when something seems off.
Definitely. And of course, if you see anything concerning, definitely seek help from a professional.
100%. Don't wait until it escalates. Early intervention, professional training, it can make all the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. So in a nutshell, what's the one thing you really want our listeners to take away from this deep dive?
I think it's this. Your dog, they're talking to you all the time.
They are?
But we've got to learn their language. Take the time to understand what they're saying, their motivations. It could be the key to having a much happier and safer relationship.
For both of you.
Exactly.
So true.